Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your Night Shining Armor Knight HD, and I just hit my fucking knee! God, that hurt. Anyway, sorry about that. Guys, welcome back. I left off straight here in this cafeteria in the last episode of Everlasting Summer. We walked up into this canteen, that's what they called it anyway. And I just couldn't stop playing this game. It's really good. I really like it. I really like the ambiance, the music, the sound, the character development, kind of story, the artistic style. It's just really good. I really enjoy it so far. So I can't stop playing it. We're just going to keep diving into it. And as always, guys, if you guys missed the previous episodes, there will be a playlist link right here in the middle. Bow! Click that. It's not actually right here in the camera. It's more in the middle of the screen, but click that, it'll take you there, and it'll also be in the description down below if you guys want to see the previous episodes to get caught up before you guys see this one. I would highly recommend doing that because it's a really good story, and I'm out of breath, so let's go. Alright, let's go see what's going on in this canteen. I guess that's what a canteen in a pioneer camp's supposed to look like. Olga, Simeon, wait a moment. We'll find you a place to sit. Okay, she looked around the place. Just hold it right there. Olga shouted at Alyssa, who was passing by. Uh-oh. What? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with them? Yeah, kinda. Indeed, her attire looks somewhat provocative. Get your uniform nice and neat right now. Uh-oh. Alright, alright. Alyssa got her shirt right, walked past, shooting an unpleasant glare at me. It's not my fault, don't glare at me. So where can we find you a place to sit? Hopefully somewhere, you know, next to Slavia, that'd be kind of cool. I'm just saying. There weren't a lot of free seats. Go over there, next to Yelena. Yeah, it's fine, the food's already on the table too. I had no other choice but to accept. Alright, let's see. Of course, there was the probability that the cutlets were poisoned with curare. I don't know what that is. The mashed potatoes generously seasoned with arsenic, and the glass filled with excellent antifreeze instead of compote. What? In common Russian language, cutlet is minced meat fried or baked in the shape of a ball or cylinder close to American patties. Compote is a drink made by boiling fresh or dried fruit in a large amount of water. Compote in French. Oh, that's really cool. That sounds really good. I might have to try that at some point in my life. That actually doesn't sound too bad. I don't know. I'm always up for new things. But it all looks so tasty that I had no chance to resist. Of course not. Hey, this is the first time I'm seeing her in a pioneer uniform. Yelena, what's up? What do you want? That seemed kind of rude. I replied rather rudely to Yelena, who was sitting next to me. Oh, that was rude. Why didn't you play football with us? Because of my clothes, said I, pointing at the source of the problem. Oh, alright then, eat. Okay, I was gonna eat anyway. Hey, 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 hey. However, there wasn't much left to eat. My cutlet was missing from the plate. What? Only she could have done it. No more precisely, none but Yelena could have done it. Give me back my cutlet. In a big family, you snooze, you lose. It can cost you a cutlet if you're careless. Give it back, I'm telling you. Attempt to take the cutlet. Do not attempt to take the cutlet. That's mine! Give it here, bitch! I looked at her menacingly and was about to reach out my hand. See, I don't have it. What? And indeed, Yelena's plate was empty. It seemed that this little girl eats as fast as she steals someone's cutlets. Take it easy, we'll work something out now. Damn it! I'm starving! She grabbed my plate and ran off. What? There was still mashed potatoes and junk on there. There was no point in following her. If they wanted to poison me here, they could have done it in much easier ways. About a minute later, Yelena returned and handed me the plate with a steaming hot cutlet on it. Oh, that looks really good. Here's one for the starving. Thanks. That looks really good. God dang. It was all I could say. I was so hungry that my suspicions were gone in a flash. I picked up the cutlet with my fork and... Oh, what the... Some bug. That's gross. No, not a bug. An insect. It got legs and it's wiggling. Ew! The plate fell to the floor and broke in pieces. The chair hit me hard on my leg while falling. I've disliked insects since I was a child, but when these creepy crawlies appeared on my plate, that's way too much. You little... Elena seemed ready for such a twist and was already on the door laughing as if she had just heard a fresh stand-up comedy joke. Not cool! I don't like her anymore. I dashed after her. We ran out of the canteen. We were just a few dozen meters apart and I felt I could catch this little girl easily. We ran through the square, past the club's house, and ran into the forest path. I started to gasp for breath. I should have quit smoking, I guess. I smoke? That's horrible! No smoking! Elena passed out of sight on the next turn. It can't be true that she managed to get away from me. It simply can't. I stopped and tried to catch my breath again. God damn it! Things just got interesting. Night was falling. Looks like I'm lost. It's a bad idea to stay in the woods at night. Better get back to camp. I thought you were lost. However, I had absolutely no clue which way to go. Well, gotta choose at random. Oh God. Oh God. I'm gonna get eaten by a bear. Where am I? I wandered for quite some time in the forest and even thought of crying for help, but finally I saw the camp's fence beyond the trees. Okay. Everything's fell back into place. The bus is gone, I mumbled quietly. On the one hand, there was nothing strange about that. The bus couldn't just stay there forever. On the other hand, it meant there was someone driving, because buses do not drive themselves. Or do they? They probably don't. This world seemed too normal, but every event there had at least two explanations for it. An ordinary, real, everyday explanation, and a surreal one. Certainly the driver could have just been off for a snack and left too soon, and that's why, in any case, this is not the place for me. Whether the bus drives itself or not was probably an important question, but it was much more important to know how I got here at all, and where this here was. That's kind of true. The fields in the woods stretching towards the horizon had no answers. There was nothing familiar about them. Okay. A strange, odd, and alien world. However, at the same time, it was absolutely not frightening. Either my self-preservation instinct decided to resign from his job, or all this running around the camp and local pioneers had lulled me so much with their carefree normality that I was simply forgetting what had happened to me just a couple of hours ago. Although I probably just had no strength left to worry. All I wanted was some peace, calmness. I wanted to have a break from it all. And only after that would I continue looking for answers, ready and reloaded. What the hell? Who says ready and reloaded? Like, come on, man. You're not gonna shoot somebody. This is a great place. However, that would be some time later. And what about now? Can I allow myself to relax? Oh, it got dark. Time to go to sleep. Oh. It got completely dark, and in any case, it was better to spend the night in the camp. I was about to head back when someone came up silently from behind. Slavia! Hello, what are you doing here so late? I, was waiting on you. It was Slavia standing before me. I was so surprised that I jumped. So you didn't catch Elena, did you? Nope, she smiled. I nodded disappointedly and sighed. No wonder. No one ever has. Yeah, she's a real rocket girl. She could have found a better use for her energy than looking for adventures. You must be hungry. You didn't manage to have dinner after all. Indeed, I had completely forgotten about my hunger, but after these words of hers, my stomach drew attention to itself by giving a treacherous rumble. Slavia smiled. Let's go then. What, is the canteen still open? It's alright, I have the keys. Oh, we're about to sneak into the canteen together and go on a date, yay! Yes, I have keys to all the facilities in this camp. How come? Well, I'm something like the camp leader's aide here. Oh, okay, I see. Well, let's go. There's an offer you can't refuse. When we reached the square, oh, it looks really pretty at night. Oh, they lowered the flags. Okay. When we reached the square, Slavia stopped in her tracks. Excuse me, I should warn my roommate that I'll be late. She's so punctual herself that she'll worry otherwise. You go in the canteen and I'll come in a minute, alright? Man, alright. I really did not expect to find somebody aside from myself there at such a late hour, and that somebody was apparently trying to hopelessly to open the door. Without any secret thoughts, I walked up onto the porch. The lockpicker turned out to be Alyssa. What? I should have probably kept off and waited. She looked at me intently for a while, then said, "Don't just stand there. Give me a hand or something." Meaning, help me open the door. Of course, that's what it means. Come on. Come on. I wish I could answer for myself. Why? Because I want to get in there too, dude. You're hungry, remember? Because I want some buns and kefir. Dinner wasn't big enough. Is that really a good idea? You're trying to do the same thing. Aren't you hungry yourself, huh? Elena didn't let you have a normal dinner, did she? She smiled sarcastically. It's true. She didn't. It's fine. Slavia will come now and... What? Whoop, that face. That's not good. Guess I shouldn't have said that. I'm off then. And you'll pay for this. You owe me 2 already. What? Having said that, Alyssa disappeared into the night. And what was the first one? I don't even know. Slavia didn't keep me waiting for too long. Good. Is everything alright? Yeah, why are you asking? No reason, it's nothing. It would be better if I didn't tell her about Alyssa. Everything's fine. I said that and immediately heard a note of dishonesty in my voice. Well, shall we go? As for Slavia, she seemed not to have noticed anything. Or at least she was pretending she hadn't. Ooh, we entered the canteen. Look, that just sounds so nice. I really like the music. Now let me get some water. Wait a bit, I'll go get something. Alright. I sat down on a chair and obediently waited for my savior. Oh, look at the cinema. Oh, that's cool. My dinner was simple. A few buns and a glass of kefir. No wonder. I bet hungry pioneers finished everything off. However, even that was far better than most of my usual diet. Slavia sat across the table and looked at me while I was eating. Is there something on my face? No. Just... She smiled. Aw, shoot. She liked me too? So how did you like your first day in the camp? Well, I don't really know. It's silly to ask someone who suddenly found themselves in a different reality whether he liked the food in the canteen, the camp leader, or his assigned hut. It's alright. You'll soon get used to it. Slavia stared out the window dreamily. Frankly speaking, I have no desire to get used to such things, but as for her, she doesn't know. Or at least, she wants me to think that she doesn't. Well, all in all, it's nice here. I had to somehow break the awkward silence. You think so? She asked without any interest. Yeah, this place is so... I wanted to say retro, but I managed to hold that back. After all, it was retro for me, but what about them? It might be the only kind of life they knew. If the term life was applicable here at all. So how? She watched me closely, as if something important depended on my answer. Well, I don't know. Lovely? Yeah, it's lovely here. I guess you're right. She smiled again. It's very good that you think so. Why? Well, not everybody likes it here. And what about you? Me? Yes. I love it here. It's great. Then you don't need to worry about what other people think. Well, I don't really worry. Slavia laughed. This conversation seemed to be leading me far astray from where I wanted to get to. And you're worried yourself? Really? Why do you say so? Well, when someone is chewing so intensely... Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I couldn't bring myself to be more cautious around this girl. But why her in particular? Why not any other local inhabitant? Every one of them looked completely normal to me. So normal. Precisely normal. So normal it sends chills down my spine and into my marrow. That's weird. That's really, really weird. Normal. Not like a neighbor, but a power drill in one hand and a subwoofer in the other. What? That's not normal. Not like a passenger you can often meet in a subway or on a public transport. Not like a co-worker at the next table in an open plan office. And not even like a friend who only differs from other humans in his constant instance. All of them looked normal, as I would expect them to be, with their own downsides but without any superpowers. and Slavia was also cute. I glanced at her stealthily, not knowing what to say. I'm sorry, I wanted to show you the camp, but ran off my feet. I didn't miss anything while on my own, I guess. Are you sure you haven't missed anything at all? She smiled so brightly that I had to drop my eyes in confusion. Well, how would I know? It's my first day here. Okay, what have you seen so far? I've seen the square, this canteen, the football field. What about the beach? Just from afar. You really should go there. Well, let's do it together. Yeah, okay, we will. Her naturalness started to scare me. But then I thought, what if everything that happens here is how it's supposed to be in this world looks strange only to me, while for them it is normal? Maybe I was thrown into the past. Yes, that would explain a lot. Can I ask a stupid question? No. What the hell? Okay. Why no? Slavia smiled and stood up from the table. It's late. Can you find the way to Olga by yourself? Of course I can, but why should I go there? She'll settle you with someone. Oh. What for? Probably this question seems stupid because Slavia burst into good-natured laughter. We need to sleep somewhere, right? That makes sense. Fine, I'll be off then. Good night. Night. It's strange that she left in such a hurry. A bundle of keys left in the door lock caught my attention. I was going to catch up to Slavia, but where does she live? And knocking on every door during the middle of the night didn't seem like a bright idea. Well, I'm not going to just leave the keys. What if somebody takes them or something? I'll just give them to her in the morning. It'll be fine. I better take them. I'll give them back tomorrow because who knows what happens here at night. Such thoughts gave me chills. It's me who needs to be careful here in the first place. The night, though dark, wasn't silent at all. One could hear chirping crickets, the songs of the night birds, and rustling trees from everywhere. That sounds really beautiful, man. I'm jealous. A sudden desire to follow Slavia's advice and go to the camp leader's cabin appeared. I don't know why, but the sight of the unknown bronze builder of communism put me in the constructive mood. I sat on the bench and started to recall everything that happened today. That was all my constructive mood could offer. I'm over here playing with something. Can you guys see this? There's a little wire on my thing, and I was just playing with it. I'm like, yeah. I don't know why I told you guys that either. Here was much brighter than near canteen. The tardy pioneers were running by, so this place didn't seem scary at all. Bus, summer camp, girls. I was so tired from everything new and strange that I could not come up with a single explanation for what was going on. I heard a barely noticeable rustle nearby. I shivered and looked in that direction. A girl. Reading a book. Lena! I knew it! I knew it before I even clicked it. I decided to move closer and talk. She was the only new person I had met here without exchanging even a few words. Hi, what are you reading? Lena was so surprised that she even jumped. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Never mind. She blushed and stared at the book again. So what are you reading? On the cover was written, Gone with the Wind. Aw, snap. Praise the book. We're going to praise the book. A good book. Thanks. Honestly speaking, I haven't read it, but I think that such literature suits her very well. Lena didn't seem too interested in continuing the conversation. Well, if I'm bothering you... No. She answered while still looking at the book. Can I sit beside you for a while? Why? And really, why? This is getting really weird. Maybe just because I was very tired and having company is better than being alone. Maybe I wanted to try to find something out from her. I carefully examined Lena. But no, I doubt that. Well, I don't know. I'm not allowed to? Feel free. She only talks in like 1 or 2 word sentences. What the heck? But if I'm bothering you... No, you're not. I can leave. Just say, everything's alright. Okay then. I sat on the end of the bench carefully. After such an intense talk, that was so intense, we traded like 10 words all in all. Staying here was the last thing I wanted, but it wouldn't be nice to just stand up and leave. That didn't really go well, huh? Lena hasn't answered anything. It seems I made a fool out of myself. I bet if Yelena was here, she'd have a good laugh at me. You enjoy being here? I recalled Slavia's question and thought it would be a good start for a conversation. Yes. She smiled slightly. I guess I like it too. Lena definitely isn't very sociable and probably can't carry on a meaningless conversation as easily as Slavia. But there was something about her that attracted attention. Like a momentary glimpse of a reflection in the glass on a rainy autumn evening, which makes you turn around and stare into darkness, searching for something that you saw out of the corner of your eye. Of course, you weren't able to distinguish or understand what it was, but it still felt so tempting. Lena was still reading the book without paying any attention to my presence, and I had no intention of asking her anything about this camp or this world in general. Beautiful night. Yes. How in the world would you start a conversation with her? It's late. I have to go. Yes, it's quite late. Good night. Night. That was the weirdest conversation ever. There's something strange about this girl. At first glance, she's typically shy and modest pioneer girl, but the mystery of Lena took its own place in the massive list of mysteries about this camp, which I had started to put together in my head. A lazy evening. There's nothing like a good time with nothing to do. I don't know what time it is, but this is really late, and I've said goodnight to both of the girls I've spoken to tonight. I headed towards Olga's cabin. The light in the house was on. Hello, Simeon. Is it just common for me to just walk in the middle of the night? You're quite late. Oh, yes, yeah. I went for a walk to look around the camp. Alright, you'll be sleeping here. She pointed her finger at one of the beds. Right here? I was a bit surprised. Isn't this your cabin? Yeah, is something wrong? We're out of free cabins anyway. The camp leader smiled, but I'd rather think it was just out of politeness. You do want to be a decent pioneer, don't you? There was a clear emphasis on the word decent. Yep, sure. I was lost in thought for a moment. Don't you mind it? Don't you mind it, mademoiselle? Perfect. She looked at me oddly, with a surprise and some offense in her eyes. A pioneer should respect their elders, Olga said strictly. Of course he should. No one argues with that. I blathered, not realizing what was wrong. Shouldn't you also? She stared at me. Under such a gaze, even mithril forged by the best dwarf masters from the deepest dungeons would melt. What? Should I what? What's up, toots? What the fuck? Did I say toots? Toots? Announce and lack of understanding made me raise my voice. You must address adults appropriately. Yes, of course. There are a lot of strange things here. But this girl is just a couple years older than me. Or maybe even younger? But I decided not to argue. While just a few minutes ago I would never have called her an adult, I would have to admit that she was also given a strong character. In any case, I wasn't in a position to argue. As you say, ma'am, I mumbled. That's much better. That's how a decent pioneer should conduct himself. And now it's time to sleep. Honestly speaking, I was going to become neither a decent nor an indecent pioneer. Just yesterday, I wasn't going to become a pioneer at all. But do I have a choice now? Nope, you don't. If you don't want to, we'll have to make you. This is the motto Olga was probably going to use. That's true. I climbed onto the bed and closed my eyes, only to realize how tired I was after today. Something hammered in my head awfully, as if my brains had started a night shift, and they seemed to be aimed more at rolling steel than working on something more sensitive. The bus flew through my mind, and the square with the monument, the canteen full of pioneers, and the malicious face of Yelena, Slavia, in a bikini, Lena. And even recalling Alyssa didn't give me too much of a negative feeling. What if I'm here for good? Day 2. So, that seems like a perfect place to end this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely don't forget to leave a like on the video if you did. Comment your thoughts down below. I love reading and replying to those. Let's just not get a sneak peek. Comment your thoughts down below. Let me reply to those and subscribe for more. Anyway, guys, nice shining armor. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.